MacKenzie Scott, ex-wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, revealing that she has remarried and her new husband is a Seattle school teacher.
Behind the quiet name MacKenzie Scott lies a story packed with bold moves, secret influence, and jaw-dropping twists most people have never heard. While billionaires chase headlines, she's been rewriting the rules, silently. From boardrooms to bookshelves, from massive wealth to radical giving, her choices flip the script on everything we expect from the ultra-rich. What exactly is she doing with her billions? Why is her name whispered in places that change lives? These aren't just interesting facts. They're shocking truths that will leave you questioning everything. The quiet and introverted genius. MacKenzie Scott, once known primarily as the wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, is a quiet force whose story unfolds far from the public spotlight. Born Mackenzie Tuttle in San Francisco in 1970 and raised in the tranquil affluence of Marin County, California, her early life was shaped by intellect and discipline. Her father, a financial planner, and her mother, a homemaker, provided a stable environment that nurtured her creativity. Even as a young girl, Mackenzie preferred solitude, often buried in books or crafting stories. At just 6 years old, she wrote her first book, The Bookworm, showing early signs of her lifelong dedication to storytelling.
To sell books over the internet. At the start, it was exactly that.
Rather than seek attention or social prominence, Mackenzie focused on understanding people. Her passion for writing wasn't driven by fame, but by a deep curiosity about emotional truth. That quiet intensity carried her to elite institutions. As Mackenzie Scott herself later wrote, "People struggling against inequities deserve center stage in stories about change they are creating." She attended the Hotchkiss School, then Princeton University, where she studied under Nobel laureate Toni Morrison. Morrison later called her one of the best students she ever had, a rare endorsement reflecting Mackenzie's exceptional sensitivity and insight as a writer. She graduated in 1992 with a degree in English, well on her way to a literary path. In a giving pledge letter, Scott emphasized her view of privilege and responsibility. "I have a disproportionate amount of money to share." Despite her talent, life had other plans first. A job at the hedge fund D.E. Shaw introduced her to Jeff Bezos, and their whirlwind romance led to marriage and the founding of Amazon. Even then, Mackenzie remained low profile, focusing on family and eventually returning to writing. Her debut novel, The Testing of Luther Albright, won the American Book Award in 2006, praised for its emotional depth and precision. What began as a literary dream soon took an unexpected detour into the heart of a tech revolution. The silent architect behind Amazon. Before Amazon became the global powerhouse it is today, it was just an idea born in the minds of two ambitious people, Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Scott. While Bezos is often credited as the visionary behind the company, Mackenzie played an essential but frequently overlooked role in its early development. From the very beginning, she was not just a supportive spouse, but a true partner. When Bezos decided to leave his Wall Street job and start an online bookstore, Mackenzie didn't hesitate. She packed up with him, helped write the business plan, and drove cross-country to Seattle to begin building what would become Amazon.
Today, nearly $3 billion, again, just in the first half of this year. She's given more than $8 billion in a 12-month period. It's an incredible thing in lots of ways.
In Seattle, there was no glamorous office or staff, just a garage, borrowed furniture, and big dreams. Mackenzie became Amazon's first employee, handling everything from accounting to human resources. She was the company's de facto chief financial officer, setting up spreadsheets, managing payroll, balancing budgets, and even negotiating leases. While Bezos courted investors and shaped Amazon's public image, Mackenzie kept the operation grounded, ensuring the business functioned day to day. Her work was foundational. She ran customer service, managed logistics, and kept the early infrastructure intact. These were not glamorous roles, but they were critical for the survival of a fledgling company that often teetered on the edge of failure. Former employees have since described her as a calm, stabilizing force in those chaotic early days. Her quiet resilience and strategic mind helped Amazon stay afloat long enough to find its footing in the market. And while her role in building Amazon was extraordinary, What she did after the fortune arrived was even more surprising. Rolling in riches. MacKenzie Scott's journey from co-founder to billionaire philanthropist is anything but conventional. When Amazon transformed from a fledgling online bookstore into a global tech giant, Scott found herself at the center of unimaginable wealth. Despite her pivotal role in building the company, she remained largely in the background, raising 4 children and staying committed to her writing and values. While Jeff Bezos became a public figure, MacKenzie maintained her privacy, never seeking fame or recognition for her contributions. In 2019, after 25 years of marriage, MacKenzie and Jeff announced their divorce in a joint statement that was notably respectful and drama-free.
It's not mean. The bit is that a woman she won $39 billion in the divorce settlement.
No.
And then she immediately married a high school science teacher.
She walked away with 25% of their shared Amazon stock, worth approximately $36 billion at the time, making her one of the richest women in the world. Reflecting on that moment, Scott declared in her giving pledge statement, "No need to wait. I'll continue until the safe is empty." But instead of indulging in luxury or building a flashy empire, MacKenzie made a stunning decision. She pledged to give the majority of her fortune away, stating clearly that she had a disproportionate amount of money to share. Her divorce wasn't just the end of a marriage, it marked the beginning of a radical new chapter. MacKenzie began quietly selling off real estate and redirecting the proceeds to nonprofits and community organizations. She signed the Giving Pledge and started distributing massive donations through a lean, anonymous team. These gifts were often unexpected and unrestricted, reaching small, underfunded groups that had never seen such support. As she once put it, "Behaving like we believe that those closest to the issues know best." With billions at her fingertips, she could have lived a life of luxury, but she had something far greater in mind. A relentless giver. MacKenzie Scott has emerged as one of the most transformative philanthropists of the 21st century, not because of how much she gives, but how she gives. Unlike many billionaires who build foundations bearing their names or insist on controlling how their money is used, Scott takes a radically different approach. She trusts the people and organizations closest to the issues. Her grants are typically unrestricted, allowing recipients the freedom to use funds where they're needed most, without red tape or ongoing reporting requirements. She explained her philosophy this way: "Teams with experience on the front lines of challenges will know best how to put the money to good use." Her giving is both bold and personal. She has donated billions of dollars to causes ranging from racial justice and climate change to education and public health.
MacKenzie Bezos has signed the Giving Pledge. This comes just months after she finalized her divorce from Jeff Bezos.
What makes her generosity even more remarkable is that many organizations don't even apply for her support. They simply receive a surprise email informing them of a life-changing donation. This approach has empowered underfunded nonprofits, especially grassroots groups, to scale their work without the burden of bureaucracy or donor-driven restrictions. MacKenzie has no interest in recognition. She does not have a named foundation, attend charity galas, or give televised interviews about her donations. Her method is quiet but revolutionary, upending long-held traditions in the philanthropic world. By relying on a small team of researchers to identify high-impact, often overlooked organizations, she has directed money to those who need it most, fast and with purpose. She believes in moving resources, not hoarding them, and challenges the idea that giving must be slow, complicated, or centered on the giver. Even as she quietly changed the face of philanthropy, her personal story continued to evolve in ways few expected. Life after Jeff Bezos. Before Amazon became the global powerhouse it is today, it was just an idea born in the minds of two ambitious people, Jeff Bezos and MacKenzie Scott. While Bezos is often credited as the visionary behind the company, MacKenzie played an essential but frequently overlooked role in its early development. From the very beginning, she was not just a supportive spouse, but a true partner. When Bezos decided to leave his Wall Street job and start an online bookstore, MacKenzie didn't hesitate. She packed up with him, helped write the business plan, and drove cross-country to Seattle to begin building what would become Amazon. In Seattle, there was no glamorous office or staff, just a garage, borrowed furniture, and big dreams. MacKenzie became Amazon's first employee, handling everything from accounting to human resources. She was the company's de facto chief financial officer, setting up spreadsheets, managing payroll, balancing budgets, and even negotiating leases. While Bezos courted investors and shaped Amazon's public image, MacKenzie kept the operation grounded, ensuring the business functioned day to day. Her work was foundational. She ran customer service, managed logistics, and kept the early infrastructure intact. These were not glamorous roles, but they were critical for the survival of a fledgling company that often teetered on the edge of failure. Former employees have since described her as a calm, stabilizing force in those chaotic early days. Her quiet resilience and strategic mind helped Amazon stay afloat long enough to find its footing in the market. So, which fact about Mackenzie Scott surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button for more inspiring stories, and don't forget to check out the video now on your screen. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.